I don't know about you, but this past year in particular, I've found myself thinking, what am I going to feed myself? Some days I'm way too consumed during the workday to really have the motivation/creativity to do something fun. Sometimes you just need sustenance, like calories, to keep you energized and awake. So I wanted to share a few super realistic weekday meal ideas. Notice that these are not recipes, we'll just call them bowls. I just went to the grocery store and I wanted to show you what I got. We are trying to eat more vegetarian/plant-based, so we have a couple of go-to products that we consistently buy a lot. So I just picked up some wheat bread, a lot of greens. We like making green smoothies these days. We got some grapefruit. We've been making more of an effort to eat citrus fruits. Got some potatoes because we love doing air-fried potatoes and fried buffalo chicken wings, veggie edition. And then these sausage patties, all chick patties. We also got these hot Italian Beyond sausage links. Impossible meat. It tastes pretty similar to beef, and we like the taste of beef. Looking for some lower carb alternatives, so we're gonna try that out this week. Cucumbers, these go great in salads. Very easy to chop up. Dates, these are fun to snack on. I love eating them with some almond butter. Feta cheese, because Andrew asked for it. Almond butter, because we're out. This is our favorite kombucha. It's the Pink Lady Apple from Health Aid. Carrot sticks. Lemons, just to have on hand. Spaghetti squash. Bananas, we always love to have bananas on hand. Eggs, these are our favorite easy vegetarian protein source. Some cuties, these are the easiest citrus fruits to peel. Cherry tomatoes, we love chopping these up and also throwing them in salads. Carb balance, spinach herb tortillas. Hummus, we love hummus. Easy protein as well. Okay, so starting off with some lentil soup. I'm giving my dried lentils a good rinse and then chopping up an onion. I love to make a big batch of this on Sunday afternoons and have leftovers to eat throughout the next few days. Then mincing up some garlic, and usually with this I just kind of look at whatever produce and other foods that I have and just throw whatever into the soup. So this time I'm peeling and dicing a potato and then washing and chopping some purple kale. In a pot, we're gonna heat up some olive oil and sweat the onion and garlic. I do a little toot of ginger because it's good for immunity or blah blah blah, something like that. And then adding in the potatoes, and then we're loading in the spices. This is where most of the flavor comes from. Adding in turmeric, red chili flakes, paprika, some chicken broth concentrate, half a can of diced tomatoes. I don't want it to turn into a tomato soup, so I just do half a can. And then I add in the rinsed lentils with a bit more water so that they can absorb. And of course, lots of salt and pepper. I let that come to a boil and then simmer it until the lentils are almost mushy. Usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And then add in the kale just to wilt it. I don't want it to break down too much. My oh my, it is so good, especially as leftovers. Okay, so I'm kicking off this bowl by chopping up a green bell pepper. This is sort of a very culturally vague fried rice of sorts. I'm chopping up some onion. We have spicy Beyond Meat sausage. A lot of our meals on weekdays are just seeing what we have and throwing it all together. So in a pan, heating some oil, and I usually throw in a few pieces of onion. It's always embarrassing when you throw in the onion, but the oil isn't hot enough, so you miss out on that sizzle. So then I'm adding chopped up Beyond Meat, and then the green bell pepper, and then lots of ambiguous spices. Cumin, chili powder, paprika. We have some leftover rice. It's a rice bowl. And then I just added this to a bowl with some frozen corn that we have and some fresh baby arugula greens. Yum. That's a classic Tuesday evening meal for you. So I'm starting this bowl by chopping up some cauliflower, and one meal prep tip is to prep all of the cauliflower but only cook half of it. That way you save yourself some time the following evenings. And then I'm tossing that on a baking sheet with salt, pepper, oil, spices. In this case it's more chili powder, paprika, garlic powder. And then I'm chopping up a shallot and some green bell peppers. I think the peppers were old that week, so we had to use them up. This is my favorite way to cut up bell peppers, but honestly, it usually just depends on the day of the week in terms of how I cut up the bell pepper. But you just cut the top off, rip the outsides out, and then just pull the stem out, and then you get most of the flesh. And I'm seasoning that with more of the same spices. Yay. Giving them a nice toss, and then having some orange grape tomatoes. These have a great flavor, nice and fresh and colorful. And then mincing up some garlic and cooking those down with some rinsed and drained black beans. More Beyond Meat sausage being chopped up. You see a trend here. And I'm actually trying to do some lazy nachos type of thing with some flour tortillas. So I'm ripping those up with my hands. I sometimes rip up my salad leaves because I feel like it makes it easier to eat and less messy. Does anyone else do that? Tossing in some avocado ranch, the crispy-ish tortilla pieces, adding in that sauteed spicy sausage, the cooked cauliflower, some of the peppers and shallots burned, so just picking off the pieces that were not burned, and then grape tomatoes for freshness, yes. And then honestly, just, Wednesday night recipe, let's call it that. It's a taco bowl of sorts. And then I'm just watching this on our couch. I was probably watching Arrow on the CW. We're just wrapping up season 1. Okay, bye.